Get in, nerds. We are playing Victoria 3. We are going to get started today by finishing out our construction projects and fighting our war in Hawaii against communist Hawaii, which is going to be pretty straightforward. I don't foresee any difficulties with that. We got a couple other diplomatic plays here, but I don't think we need to concern ourselves with those. I'm going to declare neutrality in this one, and this one too, assuming... I don't think anyone's going to get involved in that. We'll let that be. And there's a revolt in Asseh. I feel like we were just in Asseh, but... don't need that. 5th French Army, we'll put you here. Alright, it's time to deal with the Army of Africa's manpower problem, I think. It's from Normandy. So, who's having trouble hiring? So these ones, I see. So you can look at the individual units and check which ones are having a hard time. So, this one is in Constantine. Yeah, a bunch of these are in Constantine. Let me get these universities done first, and then we'll see how it goes. Obligation expiring from the Trucial States. I don't feel any particular need to do anything with that. And we have plastic spreading to us. That's excellent. 2 arms. And a Kuban uprising. Let me see. Things have just kicked off with Hawaii, so I think I'm going to send the army I've got in Hawaii over there to deal with that. Cuba sounds like it's... yeah, here we go. In Africa. Alright, and then we've got a situation with Austria siding with Saxony. Against Communist Brunswick. Here. Not sure how you're going to help, but I also... I'm not going to participate because I don't have access. Prussia could participate if they wanted to, but not me. This might not have been the best call, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I still think I can win over there. Despite the fact that my army is going to take forever to get there. Meanwhile, in Asseh, we have very good force comparison here. So I'm feeling overall extremely confident. So these universities have been built. So that should increase qualification access here in Constantine. And I'm hoping, since there's plenty of unemployed population, that we'll be able to get those military bases, those barracks, hiring. Unable to hire, but it doesn't say why. 2 arms. Doesn't have officer qualifications, but we've just built universities here, so I'm hoping that will... oh my goodness. Jean has died. And Alphonse de Bourbon is the new king. He is a child, so this has tanked our authority. So we're going to have to repeal a consumption tax. Not a big deal. Be extremely able to deal with it. Something going on in Kalat. Proletarian revolt. Persia siding with Kalat itself. But the revolt would be willing to become a subject of ours, but we also can't reach it. So, gonna have to ignore that. Russia sides with Kalat as well. Alright, well, you all enjoy that. And there's NCO training. There's the war with Cuba. Capitalist revolts in Bulangan will... That's right over here. So this army will be able to get there in pretty good stead. Maybe I should create another small army for handling situations like this. Give me the guys! Give me the guys! There we go. Perfect. They're already on their way there. Perfect. Easy peasy. Another peasant revolt in Hesse. There's a lot of revolts going on in these small states. These here micro-states. I'm, not sure what to make of that. I think Germany's just having a little bit of a hard time, generally speaking. So once these wars are done, I would love to decrease the autonomy of my subjects. That's just Peru, Bolivia asking to help again. But I don't need their help. Beautiful. Communist Hawaii has been defeated. There is a bourgeois revolt happening in Costa Rica. Ooh, perhaps an opportunity for another protectorate. Not that I would selfishly exploit chaos going on in another country to advance the goals of France. Oh, capitalist revolt in Portugal. Portugal's a protectorate of somebody, right? No, they're not. Interesting. The Portuguese capitalist revolt would not be interested in becoming a subject of France. What about Costa Rica? Not the government. The rebels? No. They'd be willing to for a trade agreement. Are these two countries meaningful? Wealth-voting monarchy versus wealth-voting presidential republic. Yeah, those are functionally the same. I am not interested in that situation. So we'll go ahead and declare neutrality. Now, what about Portugal? What can I achieve here? I can't help Portugal, the government, because they're too, I'm too hostile towards them. They don't like me one bit. Why don't you like me, Portugal? Because you're trying to do democracy. Ah, the Portuguese capitalists are revolting because Portugal is trying to turn into a democracy. That's fun. I am tempted to step in on behalf of the ruling class of Portugal, just to strengthen the hegemony of autocratic rule in Europe. That would put me in a longer war, though, and my infamy is getting pretty low, which means I could genuinely get pretty, Alright. 2 arms. Alright, clearly this didn't work. The universities are not providing the qualifications to fill these units. So let's go ahead and scrap out anything. Anything that's below 500, we're just going to leave. So you're good, you're good. You're good. Done. You're done. Run, you're good. Run. Alright. And now we need some new siege artillery. So, we're going to get up to 20. So we need 16. What kind of labor have we got available in France? 4 here in Brittany. We need 12 more. Four in Corsica. We need 8 more. Let's do 5 in Picardy and 3 in Aquitaine. That should be fine. Lubin revolt. I'm probably going to do the same thing I've been doing. Do you have any active fronts? This front is sorted out. What about the other one? Well, why don't you head on back then? Those are the same guys that fought Lunda a little while ago. Now they're fighting Luba. More. And we can colonize this zone as well. Speaking of starting wars, border skirmishes and whatnot. Ooh, Catalan mass immigration. That's fun. They're moving away from Spain, our rivals. How are you rivaling me and still having an attitude of conciliatory? That's bananas. I don't know what to make of that. So we got these armies built. How's Army of Africa doing? Alright, so these armies are actually filling up pretty reasonably with troops, which is good. I'm feeling very pleased overall. The Army of Africa is no longer having a manpower shortage. So let's look at the trench infantry and figure out where we're having shortages here. That one can go. This one can go. This one and this one. This one. And these two. So we're going to need 8 more units of trench infantry and then lancers. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we need 8 more units of trench infantry and 4 more units of lancers. So let's see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And that should be just fine. That should get us everything we require. Oh. Communist Hanover is revolting against Sweden. I will not intervene. Sweden can win that, no problem. Italy. Well, that's right. They were damaging relations with us, so that makes sense. Makes sense that they would do that. I'm just going to put this up, and if we finish out with this war in good time, I'll just go ahead and click it, and then maybe, hopefully, I'll be not in a war, and I can do a little bit of autonomy reductions in my colonies, which I've been hoping to do this episode, because my infamy is getting really, really low. And maybe, just maybe, I can grab myself a new colony. I gotta change the colors of countries so that I can tell who's owned by me. That kind of came out funny. So I can tell who I am the overlord of? Gosh. Another peasant revolt. I feel like we were just in Kutai as well. Communist Los Altos. What is that? It's Bangala. You thought you were gonna go back to France. Yes, silly Billy. You're not going back to France. You're going right back to Africa because everyone in Africa wants to fight us just because we're doing some kind of big colonization thing. I know. I can't understand it, but that is the way the cookie crumbles. That is the way the biscuit crumbles. Still don't need your help, Peru, Bolivia. Oh. Mass immigration from Brazil. Relations are really bad. Are you rivaling me or something? Got another Hell on Earth event. I'm not going to read it this time. The perpetrators will pay for their crimes. It's fine. I'm tempted to improve relations with Brazil. I think I'm going to do it. It's going to cost me a bunch of influence capacity, but I'm not really that concerned. Okay, Omani proletarian revolt. Just quick check if either of the sides here will be... Ooh. Persia sides with Oman, eh? Well, it turns out we're going to fight Persia. I have the capacity to influence this, right? This isn't a... Oman. Where's Oman? Well, this is embarrassing. I thought it was in this zone. But apparently I'm wrong. Oh, this is Oman. And this is the Omani proletarian revolt. Yeah, okay. I'll do it. I'll fight you, Persia. We'll mobilize the 3rd Army Corps. We'll send a fleet. Let's see. This is the sea node we want to be in. 3rd Army Corps, you can go to Ethiopia. Excellent. Sorry, Persia. That's the way things go. Let's see. What kind of an army do you have? You have 2 armies. You actually have decent forces. Russia? Why would you want to be in a war with me, Russia? You pinhead? You nitwit? We're friends. But I guess it is what it is. Let's go ahead and send Escadre du Nord to sea. This isn't the ideal fleet for this. This one is. Alright, cool. We're doing well. Things are going very well. Go ahead and unpause this here, and... you know what? Alright, so, Communist Los Altos, that's popping off. Nayad. Oh, no, Egypt. Ah, because Egypt is helping out. Alright, easy peasy. Not a problem. Don't need to worry about it too much. Russia has a lot of small fleets, but as well with Bengala, that shouldn't be too much of a difficulty. And the war in Bulangan is already going. Just damaging what? Russia? Why are you into... We have a we don't have a defensive pact. Why do we not have a defensive pact? Didn't we have a defensive pact? I feel sad about this, Russia. Truly do I feel sad. Our relations were wonderful, and now they are unfortunate. I'm going to station this HQ in North Africa. Same as the other one. Because I think that's going to be a front. In fact, we'll send the Army of Africa down here as well. 2 arms. So we've already got the 3rd Corps here. So we'll just go ahead and launch an invasion with them. Are they going? I launched an invasion with the 1st Corps instead, I think. That's okay. That's completely okay. We'll be just fine. Kutai Liberal Revolt's finished out. War against Bengala is finished out. And with all of our armies here, we'll be very keen to send units soon. We actually have a front already. So we will just go ahead and redeploy all of the units that we had faffing about in North Africa to the Persian front. And we'll press forward there. We will set our strategic objective to Iraqi Kajimi, which I believe is where Isfahan is. That's the capital. And that will be the end of Persian involvement. I suspect this revolt will actually be done pretty fast on account of we now have complete control of Oman. So I'm hoping that Russia will realize the error of its ways and come to terms. Is there any war goal over here? Is there any war goal? Ooh, excellent. In this war? No, it's just a revolt annex war. So as soon as Oman is defeated, which they're likely to be in, 8 weeks or whatever, this war is going to be done. So I really think it's not going to be that big of a deal. And if it is, the devastation will be confined to Persia. Yeah, we got a ton of Russian armies showing up here now. But we're for sure winning this battle here, so... They are raiding our convoys. Russia. This is maidenless behavior. Why would you raid convoys? I am the one who raids convoys. Again, not actually that big of a deal on account... Stop it. Why do you have such tiny fleets, Russia? Here, I'm going to fight you with my much better armed forces. They're still sinking a boatload of our convoys. Central American people. Excellent. We have lots of friends visiting the country. What about this situation here in Dahomey? What if you became my subject? No? Okay. I'm always asking. I'm always asking. Can I defeat this Russian fleet? I think I can. I mean, I definitely can, but don't even need to check it, honestly. At that point, we're just pressing forward. So I think overall this war is basically going to be huge damage to the Russian economy. But, you know, I hope their attitude towards us changes once we're trade partners again on account of the war being done. That must be really weird. Like, yeah, a bunch of nonsense popped off in Oman, and now I can't get the French the French tea that I buy. Excellent. More immigration is good for us. It is very good to have people immigrating to France. Oh, steam turbine. Wonderful. So this should put an end to this war. Yet it has not. Why? Do I need to beat everyone? I think I might. Well, there's a Lega uprising. Where's my tiny armies? You got one of them over here, the other one's here. There's no additional areas I can colonize here. No, I'm colonizing all the areas I can colonize. Y'all want to finish moving so that I can see where you are? Game's paused, y'all. They're just keeping going. They're just Get where you're going. Okay, there you are. Alright. And this fleet is going where? This is bananas. This behavior right now. Imagine being able to get all the way from the Gulf of Guinea to the Central Mediterranean on November 9th of 1909. What? How are you still going? How are you still going? Oh, they're going to a port. That's what happened. Alright. So you need to go here. You need to go, I think here. You're going to hunt after these fleets. Oh. Nope. Those fleets are going someplace, some other where. So there's a tiny front broken off on the side here. I'm going to send a tiny army to fight on it. Force comparison here is a little goofed up because a bunch of armies are en route. But that should sort itself out in good time. Hopefully we can take over this territory before this army arrives and creates a problem. But if it does... Another short battle happened. Yeah, I think we're going to need to put an actual army over here. Alright, force comparison is actually bad for this army right now, so we'll send you over to the defensive. Just for a second while we get our other force in place. And that is enough to improve the comparison. So, we have 3 events here. First, do a promotion. Armed Forces demand the promotion of Major General Simon de Portalet, touting his history of loyal and effective service. Okay, Persia's out of the war. So many medals adorned his jacket that one could scarcely see the fabric beneath, but it was not yet enough. Chest puffed out with pride. The general smiled as he imagined the look on de Boussiere's face when the lieutenant general learned of his imminent ascension. The rivalry was legendary among the officers. At last he would have his due. De Portalet has earned it, or the armed forces will not force our hand. The armed forces are quite loyal to me at this time. Is De Portalet any good? Yeah, he's alright. Sure, give him a promotion. I'll play in no work. General Ferdinand Foch's personal habits are starting to get in the way of his role as a general. Ferdinand Foch smiles at the officer, exultantly, avidly. His eyes have obviously seen better days. Carefully recumbent on his leather armchair, his voice comes out as a rubbery material. It's a stressful job, you know. No need to make it even more stressful. Fire him? Or he's too valuable. Ferdinand Foch, he's still very good. It's a bad penalty. It'll be fine. He's too valuable. Landowners petition government. Representing his constituents in the Landowners, Bernard Ney Delchingen has issued a formal petition to the French government to pass free trade. On this matter for the day, sir, members of your constituency arrived this morning. They're asking rather loudly and insistently if you would meet them about new legislation. Well, is that it? Goodness. You seem as if you've seen a ghost. I'm sure we can spare the last hour's delight for them, can't I? I believe so, sir. They weren't taking no for an answer. We'll see what we can do. Pass free trade. Offer them commercialized agriculture instead. Or they must understand the present situation will not allow for this. So, if we go to free trade, what will that change? The chances are quite low, but no one... How are the industrialists against it? Do they have a protectionist in charge? They do. Unbelievable. But they're in opposition. So I might still be able to make it happen. On the other hand, I could try commercialized agriculture. Everyone would support this. But that would actually weaken my... Huh, that's really interesting. That would weaken my land... Oh, I don't need my landowners anymore. Because Alphonse de Bourbon aligns with the Catholic Church. This is actually excellent. Yes. Commercialized agriculture. We shall do it, and we shall do it now, and we'll do it hard. Perfect. Oh, Church King is king. Alright, so... What else is there to do here? Russia is going to lose... I don't think I even need to do anything. They're going to lose... They're losing war support at a rapid rate. I should naval invade them. Alright, so we got the first corps back at home. Let's grab our largest fleet. You're going to need another leader. This guy is a persistent naval commander. And a legitimist. Oh, he's perfect. This fleet is going to invade Umbria with the First Army Corps. It's going to take some time. We're going to grab all of these armies, and we're going to station them in Prussia, so that they can reinforce the naval invasion when the time comes. Brazil is improving relations. That's wonderful. This army also needs a new leader, this navy. No, it doesn't. It just needs a few fewer monitors. Brazil is improving relations. We're improving relations with Brazil as well, so I'm hoping that'll help things out. Alright, let's get the game speed going here. I have to imagine all the people of Russia are like, gosh darn it, all the best chairs are from France. Alright, let's see if we can land here. I think we'll be able to do this. With Persia no longer involved, I think this is going to be just... Yeah, I get it, Brazil. I do want to be friends. You don't need to keep turning it on and off. Alright, where's our invasion progress? I probably picked the wrong fleet for this. We're holding the sea. The army's here. The Third French Fleet needs to be here. Alright. Alright. Yes, I picked the wrong fleet, but that's alright. And now the 6th French Army is returning. Let's see if they'll get all the way back home before we build stuff up. Oh, I got a new method. That's right. Once this war is over, I need to change up my production methods for my armies. We're actually really short on bureaucracy again. So let's go ahead and build up some additional bureaucratic capacity in all of our areas that have got a lot of labor available. It's going to cost us a pretty penny, but it's needed for these trade routes. Alright, perfect. We are launching a naval invasion. Let's go ahead and grab Escadre du Nord. And maybe we'll do an additional naval invasion. Never mind. Russia bailed, and Oman is my protectorate now. Excellent. Take on debt. Absolutely. I would be happy to have your tasty, tasty debt and your obligation, Oman. Still has an obligation. If we back them in a diplomatic... See, I don't actually want to do this because I want to... I want to be able to... I don't want to be in another war. I want to see if I can get my stuff sorted. So, commercialized agriculture, 7% success, 15% advance, 77% chance debate. An ultimatum. The Catholic Church have issued a stern ultimatum to Nicolas Baudet about towing the party's line in the proposal for commercialized agriculture. Nicolas Baudet is determined to resist. The matter wedged the caucus, and it was by their own making. Meanwhile, the issue at hand has given way to this fallout. Sheer stubbornness is what fuels it, with pride wagered on the gamble. Nothing will proceed without a timely resolution. Never interrupt an opponent when they make a mistake. 10% chance of... A 60% chance of Catholic Church stronger, 40% chance of radical pops in the Catholic Church, but 10% enactment chance. Or we welcome any dissidents from them. Weaken Catholic Church. I'm going to do the first one. Come on, give me enactment. Yes! There we go. Perfect. Excellent. And let's just try and... Perfect. Alright, so... Now that we're finally done with all that, let's take a look at our protectorates. Honduras, time to reduce autonomy. 4 p.m., honey, time for your autonomy reducing. Costa Rica, you're not a protectorate of mine. You should be. 2.8 infamy, could do it. Let's see, who else is not in our color yet? I'm still in a truce with Siam, right? Yes, 3 months left on that. Dynam, the time has come. They will accept 6 infamy. Perfect. Who else? IT, Hawaii, Oman, Switzerland, Tahiti, Transvaal. I should turn Transvaal into a puppet. I think I am going to do that. So we'll reduce autonomy here. They accept, and then let's go ahead and grab Zulu. They have a defensive pact with Transvaal, but I don't really see that as a problem. Alliance with Gaza as well. On the other hand, I could grab... I can't get the Mosquito Kingdom because they're a protector to the USA. I can grab other countries here. What about Ecuador? They're a protectorate of Peru, Bolivia. And New Grenada, remind me, I just haven't gotten them because they're going to cost too much infamy. I need to slice off a bit before we do that. Great country. Conquering states is going to cost a lot down here. Yeah. All right. Well, New Grenada, you're outside my grasp for now, but we'll see how things go on. I think it's going to be Zulu. Understood that that would happen, so Escadre du Nord, let's continue to reduce the number of monitors here as these other ones start to get more and more employed. And we'll have 3rd French Fleet. You're a little short manpower, that's interesting. I think 3rd French Fleet's going to do the invasion, and Army of Africa is going to be the invading army. So we'll place these units in the Marina Kingdom. 3rd French Fleet, you'll go here, and then when the time comes, they can do the attack. Oh my goodness, this episode has gone way too long. It is June of 1910, but we're gonna have to put a pin in it. It's been a pretty warlike episode. Not a lot of big wars, but a lot of wars. Our diplomatic coalition is fraying. Austria remains loyal. Prussia, of course, is our ally, but things are going roughly with Spain. We're rivaling them. Well, maybe the winds are shifting in Spain. Great Britain is feeling pretty happy towards us. But Russia is... Nope, Russia's back to being cordial. I thought they rivaled us, but apparently not. So, you know, we'll see. We'll see how things go. Yeah, I guess things would be unhappy if you were in a war. I could improve relations with Russia, to be honest. We'd definitely get a trade agreement. Perfect. But anyway, that's all we've got time for today, friends. I've had fun. I hope you all have had fun as well. And I will see you on the other side.